Lesson 267. My heart is beating in the peace of God. Interesting sentence. Welcome to the Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students. My name is Judith and this is the Lucid Mind Center. And today we are in the town of Senj on the coast of Croatia, a little bit further north. And this, what you can see over there, this is the island Krk, spelled K-R-K. I have never been in this particular area. I am from Croatia and I have been on the southern coast almost everywhere, but I have never been in this northern part. Maybe one time when we were here with my parents, and they came and looked at the coast, didn't like it, and they drove to the south. And I think that is where my memory is from. We are only staying here one day. I am not such a great fan of this particular area, and we are moving on to Istria, but I thought I have to record this with this beautiful view here of the island Krk. And we're gonna be spending on that. In 4 or 5 days we're gonna go to Krk as well and spend a couple of days there. So the reason this is called the Qigong support is because after reading and contemplating this lesson together with you, I'm going to guide you to a Qigong class, which is specifically recorded for this period in the workbook, which is about what is the body. And each one of those lessons, which are 10 in total, each one of those 10 lessons is bringing us a little bit closer to understanding of what the body is and how we can actually use it in the purpose as Course in Miracles students have set out to do. At the end I'm going to give you more instructions. Let's begin reading our lesson together. Lesson 267. My heart is beating in the peace of God. Surrounding me is all the life that God created in His love. And yesterday, when we arrived in this town, I had big difficulty seeing it. Big difficulty seeing it. Somebody said to me, what are your favorite swear words? Well, there's all kinds of swear words came out of my mouth yesterday because I just couldn't find the peace within and around. So surrounding me is all the life that God created in His love. And in this place, which I actually do not like, I found this beautiful spot with this beautiful tree arching over, with this beautiful view and the island there. And maybe you're going to be hearing noise. I hope you can hear me well. So there's always a question of how we are looking at where we're finding ourselves in. Surrounding me is all the life that God created in His love. It calls to me in every heartbeat and in every breath, in every action and in every thought. Peace fills my heart and floods my body with the purpose of forgiveness. It calls to me in every heartbeat and in every breath, in every action and in every thought. And as you notice that there's a lot of noise around me, there's somebody building something to my left, there is a busy street, but I think it's very interesting to do this lesson together. And in that other apartment there's actually 2 men as well. So it's a very interesting situation to read this together with you. Peace fills my heart, and it does when I become aware of it, and floods my body with the purpose of forgiveness. And every time there is something which doesn't work your way, this is basically another chance to forgive, another chance to overlook and remind who you truly are. Now my mind is healed, and all I need to save the world is given me. Each heartbeat brings me peace. Oh, I wish so. Each heartbeat brings me peace. Each breath infuses me with strength. I am a messenger of God, directed by His voice, sustained by Him in love, and held forever quiet and at peace within His loving arms. And the gentleman who was working right before and was scraping, he actually took on some other work. I think it's mostly because of his big heart of letting me finish recording this lesson. Beautiful. Each heartbeat brings me peace. Each breath infuses me with strength. I am a messenger of God, directed by His voice, sustained by Him in love, and held forever quiet and at peace within His loving arms. Each heartbeat calls His name, and everyone is answered by His voice, assuring me I am at home in Him. And sometimes I forget. It's absolutely beautiful, really. My heart is beating in the peace of God if I let it. Or I can be miserable, as I spent most of my day yesterday in misery. And had several interactions with people. I was parked in a one-way road, and I couldn't turn around. And then when I was backing out into a roundabout, and I was really, really stressed. Backed into the roundabout, and because I couldn't get out. And so I got now interrupted. The camera stopped again, and so after I backed out into that roundabout, somebody was honking the horn behind me. It looked like there was nobody, but there was obviously somebody. I cut their path, and I was fuming. I was so angry and swearing, a lot of swear words which you wouldn't want to hear me. Anyway, so I drove off into the town, into the center of the town, couldn't find a parking anywhere. Then I came up to another parking, and suddenly this man who'd been honking the horn several times behind me, he parked behind me and said, "What are you doing? How can you back out into the roundabout? You know you're not supposed to do that." And I'm like, in Croatian. And I said, I didn't know how to do it any other way. And I was ready to attack. I was ready to have a go with him. And then he just looked at me and said, "Well, since you are from here, I'm not going to bother arguing with you." And then my husband and me looked at each other and we burst out laughing. And that eased the situation. So it was quite interesting. So within this stressful situation, when this man came and I stressed him out, and then somehow he diffused the situation which we had. Because I wasn't so happy when we arrived in this apartment. I just really didn't like it, what we had booked. And so that means that we're only staying here for one day and we need to move on. And I can see those guys who are working next to me, which are doing this building. They have actually stopped letting me finish this recording video. So let's read the prayer together, and then I'm going to guide you to the Qigong class. In the Qigong class, I'm going to ask you to read the lesson, "My heart is beating in the peace of God," and this prayer which we're going to read together. "Let me attend your answer, not my own." Let us always remember to do the answer of God. "Father, my heart is beating in the peace, the heart of love created." Very interesting. Let's read that one more time. "Father, my heart is beating in the peace, the heart of love created." And in Qigong we say that each one of those dantians we actually have to create. You have to create the awareness of it. You have to become aware of those centers. So the lower dantian is the center of the vitality belonging to the earth, connected to the earth. This is also where you're digesting your food and everything, and you get rid of what you don't need. This is the center of emotions, the heart of love, and you need to create that center. And that center can be just a little bit bigger than the other two. And this is the dantian of the mind, of the universal intelligence. And the heart is kind of connecting those two. It's the connecting point, and this is where we have to rest. So we have to rest within the heart, which is anchored in the lower dantian, which is anchored in the gut, where our wisdom lies. And in our Qigong class, which I have created for this Qigong meditation, we are going to do this circulation. We're going to bring up the wisdom and bring down the intelligence of the universe. Beautiful lesson, beautiful Qigong class. "Let me attend your answer, not my own. Father, my heart is beating in the peace, the heart of love created. It is there and only there that I can be at home." Beautiful. For this particular A Course in Miracles lesson, I suggest you do the meditation definitely at least once a day, and you can also do a different Qigong class which I have recorded for this period or something else. So here you have got the seated Qigong meditation which I recommend you do. Here is the class I have recorded a couple of days ago here in Croatia. Here is the "What is the Body" reading, and here is the list of Qigong classes if you would like to do another one. Love, light and chi to you.